What did Russia dig up in Antarctica? Why didn't you keep digging? What is hidden under the 4,000-meter ice layer? Hello, Earthlings. Welcome to Lao Ma Quest Club. Next, I want you to go to the end of the Earth. It's also the beginning of the unknown. As early as 1820, when the Russian explorer Bellingshard sailed here, saw the endless ice wall. He felt like he was at the end of the world. What he doesn't know is, in the frozen world before our eyes, there is something more mysterious than what he saw at the end of the Earth. Can you imagine? Beneath hundreds of millions of tons of ice in Antarctica, hidden in the mysterious mountains that stretch for thousands of miles, transparent channel allows you to see the strange fish buried inside. Hesitate freely in the seawater of -2 degrees Celsius. There is also an iceberg bigger than Switzerland. Practical implementation over the past 50 years. It was only in recent years that academics revealed the truth. Today we will talk about the counterintuitive wonders of Antarctica. Each one will subvert your impression of the frozen wasteland. Let's start with the most mysterious disappearing ice. It's called Maud Sea Dragon Bingjian Lake. This ice was first discovered in the Weddell Sea in 1974 and 1976. After that it was like playing hide and seek. Sometimes appear suddenly. Sometimes they disappear for several years. Even the size is mysteriously changing. Curriculum scientists have been studying it for decades. I don't even understand why it forms. Until 2016 to 2017. This Bingjian Lake suddenly erupted. The area directly exceeds 30,000 square kilometers. You must know that Switzerland only has an area of about 41,000 square kilometers. And it lasted for several weeks in the dead of winter. This is since the 1970s. The Weddell Sea appears so big for the first time. Such a long-lasting Bingjian Lake. It also gives classroom scientists the opportunity to crack the puzzle. To understand it, you must first know the temperament of the Antarctic coast. In summer, the Antarctic ice cap is as small as 1 million square kilometers. Don't feel small. Equivalent to 5 Guangdong provinces. It's winter. The ice sheet will expand to 7 million square kilometers. 4% of the Earth's surface area. Like a huge white tile covering the sea. Usually this kind of Bingjian Lake. That's a hole in the ice. They are all strong peaks in the interior, formed by blowing away the ice surface. But the location of Maud Sea Dragon Bingjian Lake is very strange. It's not near the coast. Instead, in the open ocean. Ice caves rarely appear here. In addition, the Southern Ocean ice sheet has been shrinking in recent years. Scientists are more confused. What conditions could create such a stubborn giant ice cave? In order to break the mystery, scientists have compiled massive amounts of data. Satellite observation, floating sensor, even give information obtained by marine animal stake tracker, plus decades of historical observation records. Finally found the key clue. 2016 to 2017. The Weddell circulation in the Weddell Sea is much stronger than usual. This super strong circulation is like a water pump, pumping the free and warm water from the deep sea to the surface. And just below the Maud Sea Dragon Bingjian Lake, there happens to be an undersea mountain called Maud Sea Dragon. Strong circulation causes Yenfen to gather around submarine mountains, coupled with the sharp spiral effect on the sea surface. Directly pull the deep layer up along the water. The freezing point of coastal water is lower than that of ordinary seawater. This leads to the formation of Bingjian Lake. I can still hold on for several weeks without removing the ice. Don't underestimate this ice. It's super important for the Earth's climate. Agricultural water formed in the ice will flow into the global ocean. Like invisible ocean currents affecting climate everywhere. A key player in the Earth's climate system. The magic of Antarctica goes beyond the ice. Under the ice layer that reaches about 3.2 kilometers, there are at least 400 subglacial lakes hidden there. Scientists first discovered them in 1970. Relying on radar detection. Confirmed now. Only in areas explored. There are so many liquid lakes. Their formation is related to the history of Antarctica's primitive valleys. Probably tens of millions of years ago. Antarctica from the original valley supercontinent. After the Gondwana continent split apart, these lakes slowly formed. You will definitely ask. Such a cold place. Why doesn't the water under the ice melt? The answer is simple. Physical pressure. The 3.2 kilometer thick ice layer above will create tremendous pressure, and pressure lowers the freezing point of water. So even if the temperature drops to below zero, lake water can still remain liquid. The most famous one here is Lake Vostok. It was discovered in the 1990s. Hidden under the ice about 3.2 kilometers deep. Scientists have tried drilling for carbon samples. However, no pure lake water samples have been directly obtained so far. However, through indirect detection, they found that the lake water temperature was about -3 degrees Celsius. And this lake has been sealed by ice. Over 20 million years. Imagine. One isolated in the dark. 20-million-year-old lake. What will be inside? Another even more shocking thing is Lake Brylan's. 2014. Scientists made a breakthrough discovery here. Nearly 1.6 kilometers under the ice. There is actually a thin life. Microbiota. These inner creatures have never seen sunlight. I haven't been exposed to fresh air either. Survived by relying on Kamaru and in his energy sources. This completely breaks the belief that extreme low temperatures are lifeless. It also makes scientists guess. Under the ice on Mars or other planets, will there be similar lives? If the subglacial lake is a hidden miracle, the bloody waterfall in Mcmatagan Valley, it's just blatantly weird. From the Taylor Glacier, a stream of bright red water slants down, like blood flowing from an iceberg. It's as high as 5 stories high. Finally merges into Bonnie Lake. From a distance, it looks like the glacier has been injured. But don't be afraid, it's not something supernatural. It's pure chemistry. Provides water to blood falls. It is a sealed round bone lake. A long time ago, this was a normal lake. Later the glacier covered it. Completely isolated from the atmosphere. It is now hidden about 400 meters underground. The lake water has become super salty because it has been isolated for too long. The color is 3 times that of ordinary seawater. So even if the temperature is extremely low, it will not freeze. More importantly, this lake is full of iron elements. No oxygen at all. When it slowly seeps out along the cracks in the glacier. When exposed to air and sunlight, the iron inside will undergo oxidation reaction. Simply put, it's rusty. Originally transparent lake water. It turned into this weird raw red color. Now the bloody waterfall has become internet celebrity attractions in Antarctica. But its scientific value is higher. It's like a time capsule. Documented Antarctic environmental changes from warm to icy. Many people think Antarctica is a restricted area for life. But in fact, there is a group of anti-stress masters hidden here. They adapted to sub-zero temperatures. Super strong radiation. Can even survive in an environment without sunlight. The most famous is the Antarctic icefish. Its skin and muscles are almost completely transparent. You can directly see its heart beating. Internal organs at work. In order to survive in sea water of -2 degrees Celsius, it has evolved the ability to carry anti-actin proteins.
These proteins attach to ice crystals.
Prevent sea water from freezing in the body. What's even more amazing is, it has no hemoglobin.
It's the protein that makes our blood red.
In other words, its blood is transparent. You can survive by directly absorbing oxygen through your skin. This counterintuitive way of living. It is still a hotspot in biological research. Except ice fish. There are also giant spiders in Antarctica. Giant sea spider. Giant golden brown-haired insect.
Dewang physalis oil, which can even grow up to 10 meters long.
These creatures have turned extreme environments into a survival advantage.
And those microorganisms that live in subglacial lakes. You can survive by taking nail-decomposing pills. No need for sunlight at all.
Antarctica is now covered in ice and snow. But if we turn the time back 50 million years ago, it's completely different here. Warm, moist. There are even tropical rainforests. How do scientists know?
Relying on the evidence of painted stones.
They found real painted wood in Antarctica. Remains of tropical trees.
And the stiffness of the leaves.
These are direct evidences of the existence of rainforests. Besides, we also found dinosaur painting stones from the Baiaji period. Marine animal painting stone.
Even beetle wing painted stones from 14 million to 20 million years ago.
The most shocking thing is, scientists also discovered 50 million-year-old sperm cells.
The sperm are preserved in an egg that is as extinct as an insect.
Because of the low-temperature environment in Antarctica,
it has been preserved completely for so long.
These painted stones all prove Antarctica is not always frozen.
It was once the paradise of life.
There are some bold guesses. Think there may be ancient civilizations in Antarctica. But this conjecture has no scientific basis. There is currently no archaeological evidence that ancient civilizations existed in Antarctica. After all, it's time for Antarctica to become an ice garden. Much earlier than the emergence of human civilization. Moreover, the extreme environment was not suitable for ancient humans to survive.
This conjecture only remains at the level of imagination.
Under the Antarctic ice,
there is an invisible mountain range hidden.
Dry Bohu Mountains. This mountain range stretches for approximately 1,200 kilometers. The highest peak is nearly 3,000 meters. Almost one-third as high as Mount Everest. But it is completely buried under the ice about 2,000 to 4,000 meters behind. No one has seen its true face. It was discovered accidentally in 1958.
When scientists crossed the Antarctic continent,
it was discovered that the ice layer in a certain area was particularly thin. And gravity reading is weird.
Later, radar, gravity and magnetic detection were used. Only then did I draw the outline of this mountain range.
What's even more amazing is its age.
The Ganbohu Mountains were formed about 650 million years ago.
According to common sense,
such an ancient mountain range, it should have been turned into a plain by weathering and contempt.
But it's still intact under the ice. Scientists now speculate that the frozen ground beneath the Antarctic ice protects it. Geodesic is the molten layer inside the Earth.
The Antarctic ground is frozen due to low temperatures.
Harder. Stopped erosion of mountains.
But this is just speculation. To fully uncover the mystery of its preservation,
we have to wait for more in-depth exploration in the future. Antarctica also has a hidden skill. Can sing. The protagonist is the largest ice shelf in Antarctica. Screw ice rack. It is over 2,000 meters at the end, covering an area of more than 193,000 square kilometers. Scientists discovered by chance that it could sing. Originally, seismic sensors were installed.
Want to monitor the movement of ice shelves?
The result was a continuous low-frequency vibration. This is the song of the ice shelf. Its principle is very simple.
Wind blowing snow on the surface of an ice shelf in autumn. It will make the snow stand vibrating.
This vibration is transmitted to the ice layer. This resulted in an almost non-stop roar of earthquakes. Human ears cannot hear this sound.
But after converting it into audio through the instrument, you will hear a low and long tone,
like an ice shelf singing in a low voice. More useful is, this song can also be used as an early warning signal. Ice shelves melt. A blizzard is coming. Even changes in cracks within the ice layer will change the frequency of the song. Now scientists have begun monitoring this ice shelf song in real time.
Use it to judge the stability of ice shelves. Early warning of the risk of ice shelf collapse.
After all, ice shelf collapse will affect sea levels related to global climate. So, what secrets about Antarctica have you heard about?
Tell me in the comment area.